What's going on, everybody? RJ with RJ's Trades. This is Trade Talks with RJ, episode number 5. Today, we're going to be talking about my favorite stock play of the week. We're going to be talking about the overall market with Trump and the tariffs. We're going to be talking about NVDA with DeepSeek and what you should do moving forward, man, because we are in a crucial point right now, okay? So if you want that stock play of the week, make sure you stay to the end. And before we get started, make sure you like, comment, subscribe, and follow the link down below. You follow me on other social media so you get more tips and free plays. Okay, let's first start off with what's going on. All right, so right now the market is down quite a bit, almost 100 points in pre-market. And the reason for this is because Trump and his tariffs. Okay, so he has been imposing tariffs on different countries, and some people have been responding with tariffs of their own. Okay, the thing that you got to understand about the stock market is there always has to be something to invoke the two emotions that run the market. The two emotions that run the market is fear and greed. All right. So when the market is running hot, when it's high, there has to be something to make the market come down to get the big players to buy again. Okay. There always has to be something to invoke fear, and there always has to be something to invoke greed. Why do you think when stocks are low and you start seeing those things about, oh, this company might go out of business, or I don't know, we don't trust this anymore, or antitrust probes or things like that, and then the stock shoots up? Okay, then when the stock is high, they start to tell you, oh, these billionaires have been selling, things of that nature. They've been selling because they've been in a long time ago when everybody was scared. Okay, so I want to show you guys something right here, and I want you to put this into perspective. Okay, there always has to be something that makes the market come down, but I want you to look at this and tell me, in the history of the stock market, has there ever been a dip that has not been bought? And you can't see the complete history right here. You can only see back to 1993, but tell me what dip has not been bought. You should be happy for a stock market dip. You should be rejoicing for a stock market dip, because it is always going to be bought. The stock market is meant to go up. If you look up the top most richest people in the world, the things that's driving their net worth is stocks. How did Elon Musk go from being number whatever he was last year and the year before to being number one most richest man in the world this year? Stocks. The stock market is meant to go up, but you gotta know when to buy. Okay, you want to buy when things are low. You want to buy when people are fearful. Buy when people are fearful. Sell when they are greedy. You rinse and repeat, because that's what the big players are doing. You got to see what they're doing and redo the same thing. Okay, so there always has to be something that makes the market go up, and always be some type of news that makes it go down. The market's going to care about things at different times. Remember, a few years ago when it was in COVID, the market cared about the COVID numbers, and then it was the Treasury numbers, and then inflation, right? So now it's gonna be the trade wars and tariffs again. Okay, so look, man, all I'm saying is, how many times does the market have to do this to you for you to understand? Buy the dip. Okay, buy the dip until the dip doesn't work anymore, and we haven't had a time that it hasn't. So I'm gonna be on the side of history. All right, let's talk about NVIDIA. What is going on with NVIDIA? Is the stock bad? Is the company going bad? What I just tell you guys earlier. There always has to be something to make the stock come down. There's been news coming out about people are selling NVIDIA, all of that. Let's take a look why. If you look at NVIDIA right here, how much is NVIDIA up in the past couple years? Let's just take a look. Let's take from the beginning of 2023. The stock is up 980% in 2 years. Why would people not take profits? Does that mean that the company is bad? No. Does that mean that things are changing? No. We just had news that came out. Trump, when he just got office, told you it's going to be $500 billion AI infrastructure deal, and you best believe NVIDIA is going to find a way to get some of that. Okay? Now, when you're talking about NVIDIA with this DeepSeek, basically what happened was, so China, they was able to, well, they say they was able to implement something that's close to ChatGPT with open AI for a fraction of the cost, right? So they say it costs them around like 6 million when NVIDIA's chip, all the production for what we do here in the US, they say it costs like 40 or 18 billion, something like that. So it's a fraction of the cost, allegedly, okay? But the thing is, stop being scared. Stop being scared of the dip, all right? Stop being scared of the dip. Now, although you don't be scared of the dip, that doesn't mean you blindly buy the dip, okay? This is Trade Talks with RJ. So I'm going to tell you guys about a trade, okay? You trade both ways. I don't care if the stock is going up, if the stock is going down. I'm going to make money either direction because we have calls and we got puts. We just have to know which way that the stock is more than likely to go, okay? And the charts tell you that. But the long-term goal is to continue to buy shares at a discount until the structure of the business changes or we stop using AI, things like that. We keep buying the dip. All right, simple as that. Let's talk about the stock play of the week. We don't have to go nowhere. Let's take a look at NVIDIA. Let me show you guys what I see. All right, so I love to trade using basic concepts, levels, chart patterns, things of that nature. This is a chart pattern right here called a bearish pennant pattern. Okay, what does a bearish pennant pattern tell you? A bearish pennant pattern tells you that there is indecision in the market right now. Okay, that is seen by a drop here. It's bearish, so it was a drop before it formed. And you have a trend line that is going upward, that's acting as a support, and one that is going downward, that is acting as a resistance. Okay? Remember what I said, it's a neutral pattern. That means that it's indecision. Isn't there indecision right now about what's going on with NVIDIA and the future of NVIDIA? Okay, that's what kind of pattern you're getting. Now, your job as a trader is to say, okay, if it does continue downward, because it is a bearish pattern, how far can it go? Okay, so what I'm looking at here, I see this 116. NVIDIA really needs to get below, to have more downside, NVIDIA needs to get below 115. All right, so specifically around 114.17. But under that point, I do expect NVIDIA to maybe, just maybe, be able to come down around 109 and 101. And you best believe you better be buying it. Stop being scared of buying good companies when they drop down. Because let me show you this right here. How far down is this? You want to buy when they're down at least 20% is what I like to do. If it gets down, as of right now, they're down 22% from the highs. If it gets down to this 109, they'll be 28% from the highs. It gets down to 101, it will be 52% from the highs in a very short amount of time. This is not a long time ago that NVIDIA was at an all-time high, okay? Now, let me also show you guys what I see on SPY, just in case. All right, so we're going to go to ES because SPY is not open yet. All right, so ES, you are at a area of support right now that you fell to. If we go under that, we have 58.79 coming up next. So still like a 70-point drop if we don't hold the lows right now. Okay, so if SPY gets lower, you got to start thinking too. If SPY goes lower, what else can go lower? NVIDIA. If SPY is going lower, that means that something has to be falling. NVIDIA already has a bearish pattern. You got to start putting stuff together like that and make this easier. Okay? So guys, with that being said, don't be scared. Man, we trade both ways for a reason, but don't forget the long-term goal. The long-term goal is to build generational wealth, and you do that through buying shares, okay? So this is Trade Talks with RJ episode 5. If you got any questions, leave them down below. If you got some plays that you like this week, let me know. Like, comment, subscribe. I'll see y'all later.